long before colonial masters came with pens and papers. Before borders were drawn on African soil. There was a king so wise, so powerful, so sacred, they say he lived forever. He walked the earth like a man, but ruled like a god. This is not a myth. This is the true story of Ooni Abalufon Ogbogbodirin, the king who refused to die. Abalufon Ogbogbodirin was born in a time of peace and hidden power. His father, Obalufon Alayemore, was a beloved Ooni, a ruler known for wisdom, diplomacy, and deep spiritual knowledge. His mother came from a lineage of sacred priestesses from Irimo quarters, women known to speak with spirits before dawn. From the moment he was born, strange things happened. The air around him was calm. His first cry echoed like a drum. And his eyes were bright copper, like the sacred metal that only royalty could wear. The Ife priest said, "This child is not ordinary." They called him Ogbogbodirin, the ageless one. Even as a boy, he spoke in full sentences. He watched bronze casters like a master. He listened to elders and corrected them with silence. He was not born to follow. He was born to restore. When his father, Abalufon Alayemore, passed into the ancestral realm, the elders of Ile-Ife panicked. There was unrest across nearby lands. Kingdoms were rising, enemies were watching, and war was always one mistake away. Many wanted a warrior on the throne. But the Ife oracle spoke clearly. The one with the copper soul must rule. He alone can make peace last longer than the sword. And so, Abalufon Ogbogbodirin became the fourth Ooni of Ife. But not with drums. Not with dance. His coronation was silent. Silent like the moment before rain. Because they knew a new era had begun. He wore a crown woven with bronze beads, and wrapped in cloths painted with Orisha markings. He didn't carry a sword, he carried a staff of peace, a symbol that he would rule with truth, not blood. Abalufon's reign was unlike anything Ile-Ife had seen. He believed that true power was not in weapons, but in wisdom and creativity. So he did something no king had done before. He called together blacksmiths, pot makers, and bronze casters. He built workshops. He commissioned the first royal bronze heads, sculptures so detailed, even today, scholars cannot explain how they were made. That's how the world came to know Ife art so divine it blurred the line between the human and the spiritual. Abalufon declared, "Let the gods speak through the hands of our people." He encouraged women to become spiritual craft masters. He trained children in bronze work, clay design, and metal secrets. He made Ife the center of Yoruba innovation. But Abalufon didn't stop there. What most people don't know is that Abalufon's reign was not always peaceful. As his fame spread, jealous kings and chiefs from other regions plotted his downfall. They sent spies into Ife. They bribed warriors to rise up. And one day, war came to the gates. Abalufon knew that if he fought, thousands would die. So he did something shocking. He stepped down. He handed the crown to his son temporarily. He walked out of the palace alone. No guards. No chants. He walked into the sacred forest of Iwinrin. And vanished for many years. Some thought he was dead. But then, he returned. Alive. Glowing. Not a wrinkle on his face. "The king is back," the people whispered. Time cannot touch him. There are things about Abalufon that are rarely spoken outside the palace walls. Let me tell you what many don't know. In every Ooni coronation, a secret ritual must be done to ask Abalufon's spirit for permission to wear the crown, or else, it is said, the new king will fall. Unlike other Onis who were buried, Abalufon's body was never found. It is said he ascended during the sacred Olojo festival, merging with Oran. This legendary mask, a perfect copper face, is said to hold his final breath. It is kept hidden, only seen by chosen priests during crisis. Because of his legacy, many believe he transformed into a divine spirit of peace, artistry, and preservation. Abalufon was not just a king. He was a keeper of time, a guardian of culture, a mirror of the gods. He proved that leadership was not about war, but about building something that would outlive the sword. His reign is still felt in The bronze art of Ile-Ife. The crown rituals of the Ooni. The peaceful codes of Yoruba royal conduct. And the sacred silence of the Iwinrin forest. Abalufon Ogbogbodirin never needed an army. He ruled with memory. And in memory, he still rules. When next you see a Yoruba crown? When next you hear of bronze heads in a museum? Remember, they came from a king who never died. Remember Abalufon Ogbogbodirin. The king who walked as a man, but ruled as a god. If this story opened your mind, share it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was Abalufon human or divine? Subscribe to Tale of the Motherland for more stories the world tried to forget.